I'm Kaya.
And I'm Aaron, and this is Bravo, We're Black.
Merch alert.
That's right, you heard her. We have merch now. If you're looking for a mug, a hoodie, a shirt, a blanket, we're your people.
Check out the link in the description of the podcast or our Instagram bio. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Is Jersey being put on pause?
Ooh. He's shaking the darn table, that one.
Is Jersey going to be put on pause?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, with those ratings? Ooh.
For the whole series.
Not just season?
No, not just season. Not just season.
So TV Deets had said, how many people? I think they said 4 people watched, including you and me. That was the ratings.
I thought they said -5. That's what I could have sworn.
Baby, if you have not gotten the news, Real Housewives of New Jersey is tanking on ratings. Mm-hmm. Even with all this manufactured or authentic drama.
And it's crazy though, because it's like, you know what? I said, let me actually, and I don't know what it is about a show. When I find out it's tanking, I'm like, let me watch it and like really enjoy it. Like, you know, let me see what it's about. Yeah. In peace, because I actually like it. It brings me peace versus people talking about it every second. So it's like I watched it. And I'm like, this is actually Housewives. Like this is very Housewives.
And it's crazy. And I think all the negative stuff that went on, instead of helping it, it hurt it. Like, at least for the people who are chronically online. But if you watch the show and you're a casual viewer, I wonder what it is that's like not clicking for them. What do you think it is? Because I like it because it's not constantly just Melissa or Teresa bashing each other. It's like a whole other thing going on. Is it the newbies? Like, what do you say? Because we actually are enjoying it kind of. Yeah. So what is it that people are like, I can't get down with this about?
I don't know. Maybe it's the friends. That's the only thing that I can think of. But like, are you guys not feeling the gens? Is that what it is?
I think people are.
Has Margaret been pissing y'all off that much?
Ooh.
Because, I mean, she has been a bit pissy. Like, I do realize that. But I'm like...
I definitely don't know what exactly it is. Let's get into Real Housewives in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. So in the most recent episode, and that's what I'm like, okay, if I was a casual viewer, I don't know how I would feel about this. When Jennifer Aiden invited this random girl over and she was like, go ahead, tell them what happened. And it was like, the girl's like looking at her and she's like, no, I want it to come from your mouth. So it's like, you know that Jen brought this lady over, Jennifer Aiden brought this lady over to tell stories about Danielle. And I think that there's a disconnect because it was like, when did you stop liking Danielle like that? Mm-hmm. And then also, I guess the Jen Fessler thing, people online actually have been starting to like her because they think that she is not going to be a puppet, and she's got, you know, the newbies, I think, is that Rachel? Yeah, Rachel, and also Margaret kind of in a tizzy because she, you know, was honest about the meetup before the reunion. So that's what's going on. Like, Margaret is upset with that. And they're kind of confused where Jen Fessler is coming from. And Jen Fessler is like, I'm not a follower, so I don't know what y'all expected. Meanwhile, we have Melissa and Joe sending off their kid to college, and that was sweet because we watched. Well, not we, because I didn't really watch this shit, but people who have grown up with New Jersey, they watched the kid grow up, and it was sweet and sad to say
it was touching. Even with Melissa Gorga, I was like, they care about their kid. And that's one thing that we can always find common ground on. They're great parents, I feel. They have the best interest of their daughter. So it was nice to see them help their daughter move in her college dorm. And it looked nice.
It definitely did. And then we have Teresa and Louis, who they're in their own world. They're also preparing to send off one of their daughters to college. And, we got a phone in from the other Joe Giudice. So, Jennifer Aiden, her whole thing is that she's going to give Melissa a chance. But when she was like, oh, I don't know if I would feel safe if Joe Gorga was there. It was like, Jennifer, please. You would literally go with a rabid dog in a crate if it meant.
I don't talk to men.
Right. Like, girl, shut your ass up. BFFR. But that's actually interesting to me because Jen really don't have no real beef with Melissa, in my opinion. Not like I haven't really seen anything.
She doesn't.
So it's going to be interesting to see how, Teresa reacts to that. But what we're not getting is a lot of Teresa versus Melissa. And I thought that was the goal. So, I mean, I don't know, but it's definitely flopping. The numbers are low. Not a lot of people are watching. Even in our DMs, people are like, hate it. So it is absolutely weird. Are there any other thoughts that you have?
No, I'm just wondering, is it going to have to be paused? Like, I feel like it should be. Honestly. If the numbers are this low, because I know a lot of people argued, they're like, you can't compare Summer House to Housewives because it's two different things and two different requirements and like two different standards, I guess you can say. But these aren't even Housewives standards because these are the lowest numbers they've seen the whole series. So what are we gonna do? When are we gonna pause it?
I don't know, because that's weird. That is very weird because, we'll get into Vanderpump. We'll probably end with Vanderpump, but, they're going on pause. But I had with this kind of pause, it genuinely means it's a pause because their ratings, even though the season, if you thought it was shitty, if you thought it was good, even though it split a lot of people. It evoked a reaction from people, and it definitely brought in a bunch of numbers, a bunch of ad deals, a bunch of it was a huge success, even 11 seasons later. So all I know is whether they come back revamped or whether they come back with the same exact cast and no changes, Vanderpump Rules is absolutely coming back. But what is it going to take with Housewives of New Jersey? I think it said 600K, and a lot of people wanted to talk about Potomac, and I'm just like, I know that Potomac wasn't that great, but Potomac hasn't been around as long as Jersey. Number one, number two, Jersey fans are very, very loyal. So even if you have your most one of your that's the crazy part. One of your most loyal fan bases are checking out. What is going on? You have to look inward.
I think that they're wasting too much time.
What would you like to see?
A new intro. I actually took notes, and that's what I had in my notes. A new intro because the taglines suck for Jersey. The background music, you can't even hear it. It's like they have it turned down so low. I'm like, what is this? Why have an introduction? You know how Salt Lake City comes on so strong? Even if you're not a Salt Lake City watcher, that intro comes on so strong to the point where you're like, well, let me see what these heifers are talking about. Because it's
You have
like,
to turn your head.
I'm like, okay, well, maybe they do.
It's like a freaking Kirk Franklin instrumental in the
Right.
background. And you're
With
like, well,
Yolanda Adams screeching.
maybe they have something to say. Let me see. They also don't hold anything in their intro. They're holding air. So isn't
It's
they can't hold oranges because
it's
OC's
very
oranges.
ghetto.
Yeah, it is a ghetto show. They like to put hands on each other a lot. Some people, I mean, I like it personally,
Me
but some
too.
people
Yeah.
don't. Bravo said that they don't condone violence, but
That's really strange because they keep bringing the show back. The same
yeah, I
violent
mean,
people. No
I don't
cast
know.
switch ups. Hmm.
It's the most violent show on Bravo. Like even one of them went to jail, so it's.
Yeah.
But we're personally enjoying it. We
Yeah.
want to know, like, what do you like
What
think
do you
about it?
guys think that the
Yeah,
show needs? Like, who would you like to see on it? Do you think they need a cast shakeup? Are you tired of Teresa? I'm actually enjoying Melissa Gorga this season. Like I said, I think
and he
she's,
never says this
and I never say that, but
ever.
just the way she's moving and handling herself and how she's just trying to like, you can tell she's just trying to get her normal placement back on the show, like resolving her issues with Jennifer Aiden and wanting to meet up and just making sure it's on her terms and that she feels comfortable. I'm like, what more can you ask for?
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't know. I
know.
have a feeling though, once we get into, you know what? I think it is. I think people want to see more of what they centered it around, which was Teresa's and Louis' union. And we want to get to it and really see how their marriage is because they had the wedding, they had the fight. Her and Melissa already said they weren't fucking with each
But
other. Cool.
this is how their relationship is. And I
But
think it's not
what's
as exciting
happening?
as what people thought. It's
Mm,
just them in the kitchen talking about stupid shit over like pastries over a granite countertop. That's what it's about. It's not like they just talk shit. And I think it's not even authentic like how we see Melissa and Joe taking their daughters. Like they have more shit to worry about. They're not gossiping in the kitchen. Like
mm.
you're seeing them drive their kids to the college, set up the dorms, and we're not really seeing that side of Teresa. So at this point, I'm looking at her like, girl, we're talking about dumb shit yet again. I think she needs to take the same notes that Melissa Gorga took, actually. And I cannot believe it's breaking my heart that I have to say that. And I love Teresa, but it's like,
You are a tree stand.
yeah, but take the same notes. Like, why would you want to be the problem this season?
And I think it's kind of for her a little bit embarrassing because she was telling Melissa like, "You're not going to be on here next season," and it's like, "Baby, you're not Candy."
I think you know what it is too. I think Bravo's standards have become different now. In order to ensure like your placement on the show, they want you to be this dramatic ass person. But it's like I don't even think people are looking for that anymore. We just want a good season of Housewives. You don't have to
Yeah,
flip a
like
table. You don't have to like.
right. We wanted to go back to like we want to see family gatherings, we want to see grand houses, like a lot of interior
Mhm.
shots. We want to see cast trips. We want to see the women actually having a good time for once. And like it doesn't all have to be drama
Yeah,
and all
and
the
that's what we're
bullshit.
seeing on Jersey, kind of like with the puppy. I enjoyed the puppy party. I was like, this is it. That was my favorite scene in the show. Like,
I
wow.
think that Jen Aiden's daughter, she's a star. She was just
Yes.
like a female dog, a bitch. And I'm
And
like,
that's my
yes.
bitch.
I mean, like technically, yeah. But watch your mouth.
And
But yeah.
she's throwing away spoiled cabbages. She's doing the Lord's work. Come on, guys. I don't
I
know.
don't know. Maybe it's all the Ozempic. Because Melissa definitely said that everyone on the cast was on Ozempic except her.
Dolores is like, mm.
she's back to her high school weight. And I'm like, okay, well, don't.
She's back to her preschool weight. And on that note, we're gonna
have to go. And I know that you kept saying that you wanted to pause, see if you wanted to see if it was going to be paused or not. But speaking of paused, like we were planning to come into this and just talk about the reunion and speculate about the future of the show, but we can't even speculate because they then came out and told us we didn't even get 48 hours to watch the fucking reunion. They told us immediately.
It's over, baby.
It's on pause, technically.
Y'all can stop making those fucking memes because this shit is false.
It's insane because oh God. Where do we even start? There's so many different reasons for this being insane, but it's also like, one, why would you say it right after the reunion? Give me some time to watch the reunion, to talk about it, to, see what I liked and what I didn't like. It's crazy, but I knew this was coming because I saw it on Bravo and Cocktails, and I didn't think that this is not a show that people really like lie about. Let's be honest. It's Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. It's not regular Summer House, and it's certainly not Housewives. So no one really had the reason to lie about this not, being put on pause. So there are two things that I was told. Obviously, we all saw that it was supposed to be put on pause. There's no plan to bring it back, but then they were also casting for it. And then I have an inside source who said that they couldn't find the males that they wanted to put on the show. So they confirmed that they were casting, but apparently they couldn't find the men that they wanted to put on the show. Oh. And that kind of gives me some kind of hope that it may come back, because that is kind of also what the complaint was from the general fan base, is that we need single men.
Oh, they wanted to replace Amir. That's what I'm getting from this. Because the men are single. Alex is single. Nick is single now.
Nick was not single at the time.
Well, now he is.
Right. So it was Nick and it was Amir. I don't think it's necessarily just single. I think they may have wanted to replace Alex too, because like we said, I was on Kendrick's podcast and I was explaining how Alex is just so nonchalant. He just doesn't, and that's a good thing. Like, he doesn't argue with women like that. He may say his little shady things off to the side. He's like a sniper. He's like a sniper to the side, but he doesn't really get messy. Like, he doesn't bring any relationship drama, or even the girls that if he's hooking up with girls, or even within the house, he's very peaceful and he wants to resolve things. And I think that's actually, we should have a show that's not just all mess. But I think they want you to have a side to you that's not just all peaceful either. So, so I heard that they couldn't find the males that they wanted for the show, and that this is a pause. I don't know if this is the kind of pause that, it can come back, or if it's the kind of pause that Winter House is on, where it doesn't seem likely that it's coming back. Whatever the case may be, it's very disappointing to find out so soon after the reunion, which we had to fight for to get in the first place, which was a Clubhouse reunion. That, to be fair, the shows that are not Housewives, their first and second and sometimes third season, they have a Watch What Happens live reunion. So, but yeah, it's just very disappointing. It sucks. Love this show. Love the cast. I can get down with changing the cast. I can't get down with putting it on pause altogether, because they don't even film until September?
Why do you think, though? And I want to ask, why do you think the show was canceled?
Because they're Black.
Okay. Because there's so many things that I'm thinking about now. Because you remember when the rumor was they got a second season because of Amir. Did you hear that?
No, I never heard of that.
Yeah, they said that the show got a second season because Andy liked Amir so much. And he was like, okay, like just for you, I'll give it to you. But I mean, I would just stop. But this is all alleged. So I'm like, why didn't they get a third season? And I don't know. I'll just let you guys ponder on what I'm trying to say because I can't really say it.
Okay.
I don't want to be that messy. You know what I mean? But
Well,
it's
I
like, you
mean,
know
I'm picking
how,
up what you're putting down. I did
yeah.
not. I don't know. The weird thing is that Southern Hospitality ratings were lower than this season's
Oh, I can believe
ratings.
that. I can
But
believe
to be
that.
fair, Southern Hospitality is Leva's project, and they can tie in Southern Charm, and they have white people on it, so that was going to be safe anyway. Um,
Oh, they
I
renewed
also,
them.
yeah, they renewed them.
Oh,
They're coming back for a third season.
that's embarrassing. Okay.
They're coming back.
Wow, that's embarrassing.
So
Because I was gonna have
that's
a whole
why,
point. But
well, the whole point is, why is a show with lower ratings not paused and a show with higher ratings paused?
well, yeah, okay. Yeah, so my point still stands. Thank you. Why?
Well,
Why is it? And I ask,
what's the only difference here?
I don't get it. I just feel like the show is doing so good, and maybe they're thinking, I actually think that producers did that. It's so many things. I think they amped Natalie up to be a bigger part of the season. And I think they were hoping to add Natalie. And I think they seen the response. A lot of people are like, fuck no. Amir can go if Natalie has to come back.
Me. Well, not if Natalie has to come back. I'm here for Natalie coming back, but only for like 48 hours
Mm-hmm.
and kind of doing like a redemption arc, because like Amir said on the reunion, she kind of wants people to see that, she means well, or whatever
But
that
people
means.
don't care about it.
But I'm cool with her coming back just for a little bit. But as far as like adding to the cast, no,
No.
because Tasia wasn't
Black
added to the
Summer
cast
House.
or thought of
Right.
added to the cast. It's also Black Summer House. And on top of that, Simon isn't added to the cast. Like,
Yeah.
what do we?
Even though he's there. Yeah, yeah. I think maybe that's what she wants. I don't really know. There's so many things. Regardless of
Okay, so this is what I
whatever.
wanted to ask you. There was a lot of people who said that this is before it got canceled, or right after the reunion. Some people who didn't like the show, they said that they couldn't get into it, and these were not just white people. I'm not talking about just the white people.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the white people. They were saying that the cast doesn't really like each other. They really don't have like a storyline in the summer house, and the show is boring. What do you say to that?
I don't agree with that. If we can sit down and watch, and I know y'all are hyped, and I said this on my story, so I got to stand on it. If we can sit down and watch Vanderpump Rules and care about this scandal shit for 2 years, if we could watch Summer House and watch Lindsay and Carl do the same thing they've been doing for 2 seasons, and Amanda and Kyle and Sierra, and pretty much the same story, like another one bites the dust. It's not working out. How many times have we seen that shit? So it's like, what is so different to me where we can watch all this stuff, but we can't watch Summer House Martha's Vineyard, where people have authentic relationships. People have known each other. It's like You can feel the genuine, like just the chemistry that they have. You can feel the love at the end of each season, even though this season they were kind of tired of each other. But you can, there's so many things that I can, so many good things and good moments that I can point out about this show that are different. It's like you have Bria and Simon, you have Preston and his boyfriend, you have Preston's um back and forth with Bria. You have Jasmine becoming finding out that she's pregnant and her husband is in the military right now. And it's like, and she's scared as hell. There's so many storylines. You have Summer dealing with her family trauma, childhood trauma, and she's coming in the house and she's upset because she feels guilty because she's there filming the show and her grandma's in the hospital. It's like, it's so many things that humanize these people and make them like interesting to me. So I don't understand what's missing the mark. I would say for Black people, sometimes it's like, for us, I'm just like, what do we really want to see? Because this is a normal group of Black people like doing the damn thing. So
Black
why
excellence, by the way, like
Black
these are
excellence?
like even if they weren't college educated, these are like people who went to HBCUs or they're
Right.
doing like a screenwriter, like they're doing different things in their lives. Someone's writing in track. These are dynamic Black people. Even Amir, like he's like really searching and finding himself and getting used to, being around people like this. And it's just like, do you just not want to see Black people who aren't fighting each other constantly?
I don't know. And it kind of makes me think if I do kind of question Black people because I'm like, well, how can we be interested again? And I bring up Scandal in this whole Lindsay and Carl situation because they're in those comments, they're engaging. But with this show, it's like, oh, it's boring.
Yeah, the
What?
only people like I feel like we have the Summer House Martha's Vineyard fans. Like we found all the fans
Yeah.
because when Bravo posts about them, and that's another thing, I want to tell you what went wrong with the season. But when Bravo posts about them, in the comments, it's not a lot of comments, or it's people saying, "What is this show?" or it's people saying, "I can't get into this show." It's just nothing but complaints. On our show, we post. These are people who actually finally watched the show. They want people to talk to about it. They have their faves. They have their not so faves. They have their favorite moments. They have their moments they wish that didn't happen. They have the people that they hate. Like we have the people. Like the general interest is there, and also the ratings are not that bad. And then another thing is just that every time we have a show of color, you should know that it's going to need more promo because you center white shows naturally on your network. And when you committed to more diversity, you should have been sticking to your word by making sure that these shows, correct, even if it's not the most profitable, give them time to grow. And that's the biggest thing. They needed one more promo. They barely fucking posted about it. I barely saw them anywhere. We interviewed more people than fucking Bravo interviewed from the show. That's just tea. We love y'all, Bravo. I'm just letting you know what happened. 2, they didn't post about it enough. People didn't know when it came on. Some people watched it after Potomac, but then when Potomac went off, we forgot it was fucking on. 3, we needed more single men. 4, we need parties, like the summer house parties. We need people from outside coming inside and meeting just these different characters and having lit, nice, fun parties. Not just like season 1, that was cute because we're just getting to know them. But we needed cast parties, lit, real parties. And also, we needed just more support overall.
I agree with everything you said. Yes.
Summer House. Tell me what the fuck happened in Summer House 1 and 2, other than the twins, the Workers twins were on the show. I don't even fucking remember any of that shit, like at all. Summer House seasons 1 and 2, and even 3, like it really didn't get popping until Hannah and Paige came, and then Luke came, and then that's when people started tuning in. So we need 3 seasons off bat to be greenlit. More budget, more promo, more single people. Like,
And it's
and
like
show
they're
the things
so
that you
quick
didn't show. It's
to
super cancel.
dismiss it.
Texicanas, was it Mexican Dynasties? Family fucking Karma. Candy in the Game. Shaw's of Sunset, even though Shaw's of Sunset had a good run, where are the people of color on the network? You have the money.
They're like Atlanta Potomac. There you go. And it's like, that's not even Love Match. Love Match Atlanta.
What the fuck happened
that was such a
show?
great show. Such a great show. I'm just so confused as to why. I just don't like. I get what's happening. I see clearly what's happening because we're not no dumbass bitches, but and we can see, but it's just insane to me that it's happening and so blatant. That's the thing that's bothering. It's like y'all are playing in our face,
not even hiding it,
and you're not even hiding it. Because this reunion, if anything, I feel like, especially that this was on the Clubhouse, and you know what? I'm kind of glad that it was on the Clubhouse actually, because a lot of people watch What Happens Live, and I'm just like, I'm glad that it kind of tied in because now it has maybe more of a viewership than had they did their own reunion.
If it's paused, I don't know. We don't know how
maybe
that
they like
affected
watching the Clubhouse a little bit more. I don't know, but I thought the reunion was really good. And if you didn't watch this season, I thought that the reunion would make you want to at least go back and watch because I enjoyed it. And
I enjoyed the reunion too.
I hear a lot of people saying, okay, not much happened this season. And I get that. I can be honest about that. We can be real about it. Mm-hmm. But it's like, still, I done seen some shit where I done fell asleep quite a few times. And those shows come back, and I'm not going to specify which shows, but they come back every season and faithful. And they have a fan base, and they have the promotion, and they have the audience. Everybody comes in the comments saying like every year. And I'm just like, as soon as we post a good promo of Martha's Vineyard, everybody's like, oh, it's boring. Like, girl, shut up. Don't piss me off. Like, they pissed me off so bad. And I'm just like, we rally around. Do you remember when Zeus Network, and I'm going to bring Zeus into this, when they first started off and they barely had any promo and people barely knew what the fuck it was?
Yeah, because that's when they were doing the conversation.
They kept promoting that shit.
And then we got Black China Show, and that's what the first.
That was the first thing. And then Neighborhood Talk started posting it, and then Shade Room. And I'm calling out the outlets too, especially Black outlets, because it's like, if we can promote these ignorant shows, and I love them and they're messy, we can promote people who have an education, who are actually not being problematic, who are actually bonding and building relationships and talking about some real shit. Because what Summer was going through is some real shit. Like, why? I want to see something. We have so many layers to us. I want to see something like that. I do want to see a man sing like Jamie Foxx at the end of the show.
Like, I never saw. I never saw it on the Shade Room. I never saw it on Neighborhood Talk. I never saw it on Hollywood Unlocked. Never saw it on Info Site.
Never.
I never ever saw it, but I do see everything looking up. Love and Hip Hop for the 47th season, where they've combined casts.
Oh my gosh.
Where a girl literally called someone else a fucking blue monkey, but we can post that. And then it's also like, okay, we know that people, when you don't see, this is how you can spot an ad, is when you don't see the watermark on the Neighborhood Talk or the Shade Room or it's on site, that's an ad. Bravo knows they can pay for ads. Pay for the fucking ad. This is a new show. You should have automatically paid for it.
Because I feel like, let me tell you something, when it comes down to Housewives of Atlanta, they do pay for that. I do believe they promo the hell out of that. And if they're not, then they probably get the their stars to do it themselves. Like send in these clips and see if you can put them on the blogs and shit like that because Portia's on that shit every week. So I'm like, you guys have the power to make these outlets post these shows. And I don't want to hear it. I'm saying no shade to Andre 3000 because he's playing that damn flute at the Atlanta Jazz Festival or
They
the
keep
Atlanta
calling him
Soul Festival.
Squidward, and
And they're
I'm
calling,
not
and I
playing.
agree. He's the Black Squidward, and he's playing the shit out of that. And they posted it. It's like post stuff. Post stuff. I'm seeing mediocre shit being posted every day. So I don't want to hear it was. Oh, it's too boring. It's too boring. It's too boring. I just can't take it. Post the shit.
And people are quick. I saw in some outlets that I'm like, well, you didn't post a single clip from it all season. They posted how it was paused, and they got people riled up about that, about it being paused.
But if
Where
somebody
were you?
busts a bitch in their head on that shit, they would have. You got the clip. Can you help me find the clip? Can you help me find the clip to post on the page? And then the engagement would have been through the roof. Like, did you see that bitch get busted in her head? Are they coming back? When they reunion gonna be? What? Send that to me.
What show is this?
Nah, Papa. It's like they would have shook the fucking tables for that. So we need to have more range. And maybe not. We don't have to necessarily like it, but support it. At least support it. Because not everything that I share and post is for me.
Especially, yeah.
It's just that simple. Not everything I share and post. Do you think that I watch everything I share and post? No. But because it's a Black creator, I'm just like, somebody gonna like this shit.
This is for somebody.
This is for somebody.
So and that's why we tell you guys to like, share, and comment our posts, because even if you don't agree or if you don't like what we post, someone on your timeline may like it, and that helps us. So thank you guys for always resharing and liking and commenting, even when you don't feel like it. We really appreciate that.
Because not sharing and commenting this negative shit is not helping the engagement. So please.
Then as soon as it's paused or canceled, it's like, well, why did it do that? Well, what did you do to help? Because you shared that Scandal shit easily.
Oh, thank you. That's all I'm saying. And we're so quick to want to show all our layers. And I'm like, this is the key to doing that. If we have shows like this, who knows what the next show we have? We had Love Match Atlanta. That's what I'm saying. Getting the range.
Right.
We just have to promote it and share it.
Build it. We got to build it up. Because we also had such a dynamic cast. Like, we have people who are into the entertainment industry. We have people who are into a different industry. Like, we had someone who's in the military. We had finally a queer cast member who was dynamic.
Yes.
He wasn't just the messy friend. He had his own storyline, his own story to tell, his own partner.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that on Vanderpump Rules. We don't have that on Summer House. We're getting shit that we haven't even had before.
It makes you think.
You can afford
it. Urban Outfitters staff members have a show, the number one show in the country.
Who said that?
That's how I feel sometimes. As much as people are talking about this shit, I'm like, this is the number one show in the country. And I did bring up that on my story because I'm just like, and I'm here. I get Scandal, and I think for me,
Vanderpump Rules absolutely is. Yeah,
I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong.
We love Vanderpump Rules.
I enjoy it, but I'm saying it's like it does break my heart to see that we're not getting the same opportunities as Black people, and our shit isn't talked about like that. I'm like, look at, and I was just having a conversation with somebody in the DMs about that. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Do you know how many people got cheated on? Rashida got cheated on. Mimi Foss got cheated on. Is she in a Lifetime movie? Is she in a Wendy's commercial? And she got cheated on bad. Multiple times. in different areas.
Well, she had a porno, and she
That's
got
later
a
on,
bag from that.
to
So,
be fair. Yeah, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? And she had to work hard for that bag. She had to hang on to the damn shower pole.
yep, you are so true.
Come on now. And Rashida Kirk played her motherfucking face year after year for 5 years, and that's why he looks like how he looks now, because of how
Mm.
many times he played in her face. But where's Rashida's deal with Shawty Lowe?
R.I.P.
Come on, it's like I just want us to pay attention to things like this because I know when I see it, sometimes I'm like,
Noted.
noted. Like, and I don't want to drag these people into the bullshit because it's not their problem. Like, they're just putting on a good
They can't
show.
do anything.
They can't do anything about it. But as an audience, we should look at this and be like, let's change this because we have the power. We're the ones that
Yep.
make them have that next season because it depends on our input, what we're saying in the comments.
Your audio just went out. Like completely out.
Y'all, they cut. This is real life shit. They cut my mic off. They silenced. Was I silenced or silenced?
How do you feel? Were you silent or silenced?
I feel like I was silenced.
Hey,
Damn.
I think that we should just wrap this up. This is the whole thing that I also wanted to add. When Summer House debuted, it was a tie-in from Vanderpump Rules. Like, okay, let's just, because I'm not trying to insult anyone, especially if producers are listening, but like common sense, if you have a show that has a loyal fan base and is about to go on one of the biggest seasons of their life, wouldn't it be natural to do a crossover in the way that you introduced that show that made it so popular today? Why have we not seen Summer House with Summer House Martha's Vineyard?
You know what? Also, though, I would like to see that, but it's like it's so insulting to me too. Because I'm just like
them visiting the big summer. No, I don't want them in Martha's Vineyard. I want them to visit the big summer house, take their ass back to Martha's Vineyard, and then we get that transition scene.
right.
Just like we got the transition from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills into Vanderpump Rules, Vanderpump Rules into Summer House. So naturally, Summer House should go into Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Just like
their views,
Southern Charm. Exactly. Southern Charm went into Southern Hospitality. So whose bright idea was it to say we're going to keep the two shows separate but name it the same fucking thing? And do no crossovers, no promotion, no nothing like that with the other Summer House. That is like, this is their their second most, I would say second most successful season, if not first. Because all people can talk about is Lindsay and Carl. BFFR. There were so many drop balls, missed opportunities. Like, I don't even feel like talking about the reunion.
Can we talk?
Like, what's the point of even talking about the reunion if they already?
They didn't work out. They got a divorce. They didn't get married to get a divorce. They never got married. What are we going to talk about? A failed relationship?
And they have a fucking 2-part reunion.
Oh, thank God it's 2 parts.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad it's not 3. Yeah, because that was really going to drag it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did like that the Martha's Vineyard reunion was 1 part. Honestly, I'm in the minority because it was like we got straight to it.
And we didn't hold back. Alex pissed me off a little bit because he was very condescending, I felt, towards Summer. And I didn't necessarily like that. And I don't like how he acts like the Black Oracle.
Watch your mouth.
Yeah, he acts like the Black Oracle. Like, people will fuck up sometimes and they make mistakes. It's like, yeah, she could have handled the situation differently, but she did. It's like, we're all human. We've all popped off. We've all snapped. We've all lost our way. Nobody has all the answers. Like, they just Kill me with that shit. Noelle and Jordan, Noelle and Summer, I want them to stop arguing because I like both of them, and then I don't like all of this.
It's just too much.
It's
just too much. It's like I don't even want to talk about the reunion that much because it like that just dampened everything. I was so excited to finally like watch it, talk about that's also how you should have did it. Wait to tell me about
because I had so much to say, but it's like,
and now I just like what am I talking about? Because I don't know if it's ever coming back.
And you know what? I have a feeling that after they seen like all the shit that we had to say, because this is the most I've actually heard about the show. Within these past 2 days, everybody's been like, Martha's Vineyard. And I'm just like, so maybe they'll look at that and be like, okay.
Maybe this pause means a pause.
Bitches really like this shit. So
listen, come to Broward County. I got a few niggas for you. Y'all can't find none? Because
I know in Broward, Wildwood, there's
ain't no cowards in Broward either.
There's some men.
There are some men. And they'll give you a show.
Real life.
Whether you want it or not. And it might be fun, it might be scary, but there's going to be a show.
There will be a show.
It might be a little bit different than some people but
can't.
No, don't even say it because I know what you about to say.
Yeah, no, I know, and I'm not saying it.
There's going to be a show coming.
Vanderpump Rules was good though on the reunion.
Okay, let's get into Vanderpump Rules, like because I would say more thoughts on the Martha's Vineyard reunion, but it's so fucking disheartening to even talk about.
My last comment that I want to make is I see why Bria acts the way she acts. Because when you're dating a multi-million-dollar man, and she made that very clear with a beat-ass mug like that, that is how you act. And that is how you carry your dog. When Milo's in there fucking up that shit, I get it now. Because she's like, I have a multi-million-dollar man. I don't have to do what you 9-to-5 bitches do.
And I respect it. And she's still, even though she has a multi-million-dollar man, I want y'all to realize that she's not scared. She will check his ass.
And I love that she was not scared the whole reunion, like of nobody. And I love that Jasmine also snapped. And I love Jordan, but Jasmine got in that ass a little bit.
No, Jasmine got in everyone's ass. She was like, so there was a problem.
But specifically Jordan too. Because it was just that, now I'm going to check your ass. And that's my problem. I should have been doing that shit. I was like, girl.
They were ready to play. Like, that's just, and it's like, will we ever see that again? I don't know. Will we ever see Family Karma again?
One Jasmine that checks bitches. I would love to see it. A mother.
Like, this is the mother that Lala thinks that she's serving.
And when it comes to my mother... In the words of Delicious. But yeah, they did such a good show. I love that Bria stood 10 toes down on what the fuck she said. And she was like, and what if I told you what you told me? And she was like, I would accept it. And I was like, I like Bria. In conclusion.
I didn't like her last season. This season, she was amazing. Like, it was
stands on business about
Summer and Bria. It was a Summer and Bria show. And Noelle was a great addition, but I'm talking about like as far as moving the plot, moving the needle, moving everything forward, it's Summer and Bria. They ran the house, and that's on period.
That's it.
But I don't have anything else to say because I am pissed off. Mm-hmm. Fuck you. Whoever decided that, fuck you. Because you don't even start until September.
Summer and Bria were literally in the house like season 3. Like, that's season 3. I feel like they woke up every day and they were like, season 3.
I also feel like they let some stuff slide because they're like, I'm gonna get you season 3.
Yeah. Because we need something for season 3.
When you were like doing something in the store and your mom was like, I'm gonna get you later. Get your ass at home. So, Vanderpump Rules.
Oh my god.
The reunion. I think that it was a reunion. I won't say that it was great, but it was good. I I just don't know how I feel as a whole. I think last reunion was fun because we got to get in Rachel and Tom's ass, whereas this reunion, it's like Lisa Vanderpump saying, but he didn't kill anyone. You don't have to do it. It's not, but he deserves.
You know what
and
it
then,
is?
And then they were like, oh, Lisa, you're the same bitch that didn't show up for Beverly Hills. And then we got the flip-flopping Lisa. Well, I was done with the story, and I feel that if you are done with you don't have to
Lisa
show up.
Vanderpump watched Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That's exactly what it was. And she's like, and this isn't the first time. She's like, Mimi Foss was cheated on. Coach Foss cheated on Rashida back in the day.
I think it was a reunion, and I think that Lala just pissed me off because at the end of the day, she might have had some points, but it's wrong messenger. It's wrong
Agreed.
messenger because her whole thing is we're acting completely different off camera than we are on camera. And I want you bitches to say it with your chest. But at the same time, we went multiple years, and even just the season before last with you hiding who you were fucking dating. Then once you made him your baby daddy, you showed up to the reunion and you cried about what was going on in your relationship and how you had to break up and move out and all that shit. Yeah, I understand that she wanted more sympathy, but you're also still very secretive about what really fucking happened. So you can't come on here and preach that she loves doing the show so much. And this is a reality show.
Why
so
do you sound... I was like, is this law? I can't.
You should show what the fuck is happening. No, I'm out. I'm walking off. I can't. No,
and
I don't
Sheena's
give a
just
fuck.
like...
Sheena is just eating her ass like Sukiana.
Eating her ass.
Like,
I mean, bending
what?
that thing over with spoons and forks and like bibs and the crab
Crackers.
crab crackers and she got her wet wipe and she got her like
even
damn.
when Ariana was crying, Sheena gets up to see if Lala is okay. That's new.
She's like, fuck all this.
That's insane. So you're not going to Ariana, but you were scared the whole season that Ariana didn't want you to do certain
that
things.
It wasn't even
like,
about
what are you
anything.
talking about?
She
you were
wanted
so fucking fake.
A storyline. That's what it was about. She wanted
That
the
was
intention
crazy,
to be
though.
on her, and she made that her storyline. She didn't give a fuck about if Ariana allowed her to do what she wanted to do with Tom Schwartz. She was going to do that shit anyway.
Sandoval, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Sandoval. Come on. She was going to do that shit anyway. And
it's crazy that they didn't even hide it.
And they waited so long to hash that out. And I honestly wish that Ariana would have gave that to her earlier in the season so she didn't have shit. So everybody could see that she didn't have a storyline. Because they literally waited till the last second and Ariana's like, yes. And she's like, okay, great. I can continue.
But I think the reason that Ariana couldn't do it was because Sheena had already been eating Sandoval's ass since the beginning. So what could Ariana do? You wanted Ariana to initiate? Yes, go.
She wanted her to give her the wet bib and the spoon.
But what would she have done differently? Mind you, this is the same dude. I feel like I'm in an alternate universe with Sheena because this is the same guy that's going to talk about how you allegedly beat Raquel's ass and you almost got arrested for it, allegedly.
Don't make me look stupid.
Like the same dude that brought up
Don't make me look stupid.
How you got the show going for everyone because you were fucking a married man. That made you not only look stupid, he made you look like a home-wrecking whore. It wasn't even your season to be the home-wrecking whore. It's so, like,
and I don't know what was more cringe, that or Sandoval with the whole, you know me, Ariana. Trust me, you know me.
You know when I'm acting.
You know when I'm acting.
Not
She's like, no, you don't. I just want you to go away.
I want you away from me. It's like,
where is our
can we
award?
please do a reenactment
Because
of
I
that?
feel like,
And
do we have, where's our EGOT?
you can be Tom, I will be Ariana, and we will just put on a fucking show. Like fucking Sing. We're gonna put on the best damn talent show this town's ever seen. Once I was alive.
That damn, what's her name? Fuck.
The elephant, Nina.
Tori Kelly.
Oh. Hallelujah.
Don't you worry about a thing.
Shout out to Sing Nation. Please, what is it? Movie 3, please invite us to the premiere. Like, we love Sing. Fuck them kids.
The way I show up in a big ass hat.
Why are you in a hat?
Because that's like the fucking event. Like,
no, like I definitely
oversized suit in a big ass hat.
The fucking Alex suit from
the Tony Braxton.
I also did not like how like Katie and Lala, I love their back and forth because it's like, okay, these two bitches get down. I loved how Katie was like, you're trying to get me in a gotcha moment and I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, I complain about Ariana, but it's not something that like you acting like I talk like about that bitch like a dog. And if I did, I told her about it and she understood that I was frustrated. Lala tried to make it seem like it was just like some different plot where Katie is scared of Ariana, and it's like Katie. They showed Katie talking shit about Ariana on camera.
She's seeing how the audience is perceiving her, and she knows that she looks like an asshole. She's trying to make it to where she like it spreads over to Katie, so she doesn't have to take all of it. But it's like, no, you and Sheena look like complete assholes.
We saw everything we needed to see. And the producers literally waited until the last minute to try to get Ariana and force her, not only, well, she has to talk to Sandoval, whatever, cool. But why would you play that 5 minutes and trap her in there with those people that she's already fucking beefing with? They already said we fucking hate you. We're sick of you. We want you off the show. We think you collect a check. You don't do anything. You didn't contribute anything.
And they are so messy because it's like, why would you gather everybody up in their best clothes and be like, watch
this girl say that you think that you are Beyonce and God. And watch Tom say that it was good for him. Like, what? And then Lala's like, I'm creating life. Girl, if you don't get you in your belly.
Storyline.
It kind of was. But we didn't give a fuck because you were too.
Because I would have been like,
busy talking about Ariana.
And I don't know who the daddy is. Every fucking scene that would have been coming out of my mouth. Do you know that I'm pregnant and I still don't know who the fucking daddy is?
Okay. As far as like final thoughts on going into some things are just I just have to move on sometimes.
Where the hell is my Taco Bell at? Why are you not being a star in your own way? Like,
she kept saying, oh, you need to, if you don't give a fuck about your check, you have to at least give a fuck about mine. Girl, you made 73 podcasts about my situation. We did a commercial together, a Uber Eats commercial together. What are you talking about? I don't have any, your whole storyline was talking about me. And not only that, you reached out to Raquel, who only turned around and said that she thought it wasn't genuine. So you just look like an asshole. And now you want to run your ass over to the Valley. The Valley said that they said that they don't give a fuck about Lala. They don't give a fuck about Sheena. They got their own show. They don't want them on there. They can't stand them. They would never have them on the show.
They said that?
They said all that. No, I'm just lying. They said that they have a cast that's pretty full, and that Lala and Sheena are not.
Are they in talks?
No, they're not going to have a reunion, but they're already filming season 2 or starting to film season 2. And just like that, the racists win again. Just like that, we're back in games. I just don't
get it though. Who is? What? How does this show? I can't.
It's a joke. We have to laugh about it, you guys, because we have to laugh to keep from crying.
What?
Because this is just a.
I would think it would have one viewer.
No, they have a lot. This is just encompassing the Black experience in general.
Child, if they brought Stassi back, it would probably be the #1 show in the fucking universe.
Oh yeah, because it's okay.
They would stream that shit on BET.
It's Vanderpump Rules, The Valley, and then Summer House. Wait, did you say they would stream it on what?
They would stream that shit on BET if Stassi came back.
Like BET
and BET Plus.
They're trying to.
I miss
I'll tell you that much. Okay, Aaron, enough. Hey. Like, hold your fucking horses. Keep that in the group chat, okay? That's ridiculous. Y'all didn't hear that. Okay, so going ahead. They're on pause. They're gonna let these people's lives like play out, I'm so glad, because I don't want to see Lala give birth. I want her to have an amazing pregnancy. I want her to get back. Like, I saw a picture of her like with kids, and like she's getting them ice cream, ice pops, and it's just like a nice, fun video of her. And I'm like, we need you to be, what did Drew Barrymore say to Kamala Harris? We need you to be Mama La. We need you to be the Mama La of Vanderpump Rules. And that's how I feel, because I really like reincarnated Tupac sometimes.
Oh no. After this, they told her. Did
she
you see that interview?
Really pissed me off.
They dragged the fuck out of her for that Tupac shit.
Like, as they should.
They brought this shit back full circle.
Because how dare you? Because she wore a Tupac bathing suit. Like, please. Get the fuck out of my face, ho.
And I was okay with her too, until this. Like, because I feel
that's what I'm saying. I don't need a redemption arc. I just need her out of my face for a bit. You know?
When you have done all of that, the last thing I would do is this. Like, you could have did anything else. Like I said, I'm not gonna repeat it, but my storyline would have been different. Would have been different.
I think, okay, there's going to be a pause. These people are going to live their lives. I want Lala to have a safe, healthy, and happy pregnancy. Stay offline, stay out of my face, stay off the show. But when it comes back, what would you like to see? Do you want to see the same people?
No.
Do you want a completely new cast?
No, not necessarily. I can't say that. No.
How do we fix Vanderpump Rules?
I think after this, though, what? That's the thing. I don't know what's left. After Scandival, what are we going to do? Because I just can't help but feel like it's going to resort back into what it was before Scandival, which was not doing very good. So it's like they need something that's going to keep them afloat. I don't know if Lala is going to be able to bring that. I don't know if Sheena cheating on Brock would help. I think that's actually because this is the cheater show. Maybe that's what they need. Maybe Sheena needs to cheat on Brock.
I wasn't expecting that. Like, I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting for you to. Okay.
Maybe they should bring like fucking Blair Underwood in and have Sheena cheat on Brock with Blair Underwood.
They would make a great couple, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But Blair Underwood is, I think that he's married, so you would get dragged if this happened.
At this point, it's like, I don't know. You know what I would actually like to see? Maybe if, oh no, I know a lot of people going to be like, don't put Garcia's son in it.
No, put his messy ass in it. I want to see it.
Maybe him and Lala. Oliver and Lala. I would actually like to see
Oliver
that.
and Lala, and then see because it's not Sheena.
I really want
not
Lala
the one.
50 Cent, but I'll take Lala and Oliver.
Me too.
Mm.
The thing is, Sheena is not the one that didn't have a storyline. Lala was the one that didn't really have a storyline until she got pregnant. Sheena and Brock have a lot of underlying issues that we saw play out. They were arguing in public like a fucking welfare couple. Like they were at the damn WIC office in that nice little boutique. They were arguing like he stole the food stamps and sold them.
And that's what he did.
And he doesn't have a job.
That's the thing. Maybe it could be about him getting a job.
We have story. We have material. It's just they're so focused on Ariana and Katie that they can't see that maybe, do have your own fucking storyline. Get Tom's that got your mouth.
What is Kelly Pitts gonna do? I'm sorry, I meant Katie.
What? Katie, the restaurant is now fully open and functioning.
Child, they better be making some fuck of a sandwiches to be showing that.
I don't want to.
She better be using the Keurig machine for the first fucking time.
I don't necessarily not want to see it. I want them to, check in or whatever, like we do with Schwartz and Sandy's. But like, I don't want things happening there. It's so small, it makes me claustrophobic. Sorry.
No, I agree though. I really agree. It doesn't. We just need to see the outside, maybe the opening. Right. That's
and all. Some sandwiches, and that's sandwiches.
It. Some pretty ass sandwiches
and cold ass Gatorades.
Oh my gosh, I would kill for that.
Yeah, a freaking like ciabatta,
bro. Why was I literally
pepper jack
thinking ciabatta bread?
Dijon mustard, because you know that ciabatta bread is the sandwich bread.
Sandwiches.
I want some fucking onions, like pickled onions,
and the most crunchiest ass pickle.
Ooh,
with the toothpick.
Shredded iceberg lettuce.
Oh my gosh.
Are we gonna do a roast beef or a turkey or a mix?
I'm thinking like a pastrami.
Ooh, a pastrami and a salami.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then are we gonna cut it in half or are we gonna cut it triangular? Halfways with a cold ass Gatorade.
And mayo, no mustard, just mayo. Because sometimes the best sandwiches are just mayo.
That's a great. Yeah.
Especially when it comes to pastrami, that mustard, and I just had it today, so I know, guys. That mustard kind of throws it off a little bit, but when you have that mayo, I mean.
Yeah. Okay, so we have some bare bones. We're going to do Sheena, Brock. Lala, you can come back. Just watch your mouth or get your own storyline and you can pop off in that. James and Allie, they're in the airport. Do we want them back?
Who?
James my. I think I'm going to have James back because... Ooh.
They could pause. James is like, he's good, but it's like, I just feel like he's gonna cheat on Allie soon, and I don't want to see that again.
Well, I do. So if he is, I want to see it.
It's time for somebody else to cheat. James done cheated enough.
Because he's a cheater. Okay, I would have them back though. I would have maybe 2 new people or bring Charlie back.
I know exactly what it fits in. Lisa Vanderpump ending her marriage with Ken Todd. Like that would
That needs a
be,
spin-off.
when I say fuck, honestly, fuck Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah, like
It was just an opening and it just played the song and just showed her.
Yeah,
That would be enough.
that would be over enough.
And then like the last second show Ken Todd.
Did you know the divorce? Did you hear that Lisa was divorced?
Did you hear that Lisa getting divorced with me?
And Ken Todd rebounds with Raquel and she comes back on the show. Okay, so you guys, we are going to accept Vanderpump Rules back with a few modifications, some new meat, some more scandal.
Some new potatoes.
Okay, the last question is, should Ariana come back?
No.
She's above it.
I think she's above it.
She's above it.
I think it's just going to make her miserable. And I don't want to see a show about somebody being miserable. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, she deserves to be happy. Unless they want to show her maybe as a friend of, or if they move her away and show separate scenes of her doing the Lifetime stuff. That's what I want to see. But her and that group of people, I don't want to see that.
No, they're jealous, haters, negative energy. She doesn't need it. So yeah, we'll accept it, even though it's going to be paused with some modifications. We're very disappointed about Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Please make this a pause and not a permanent thing.
Matter of fact, bring Ariana back. Take off Sheena and Lala. Bring Ariana back with Mimi, Foster, and Rashida. Now that would be a power move.
I can't say what I want to say because it actually eats.
Mm-hmm.
On Bravo TV.
On Bravo TV. That's what I want to see.
I do.
And I want to see Katie and Mimi Foss have a little fling.
Sisters.
Mm-hmm. Now that I would eat up. I also want to see Katie explore her sexuality. Like, what is Katie? Let's find out. Let's explore.
Well, that's what she was saying. Also, is that she went from one relationship. But this is in the Secrets Revealed, which was really good if you haven't watched it. She was saying that she got out of the relationship with Tom. She got into another relationship and thought that she was in love. So I'm assuming it's that dude that we saw last season. Mm-hmm. And then now she's actually. So I really want to see for real single girl Katie, not just kissing the girl from Hot Topic, not just dating a random actor. I want to see her actually single as a woman without Tom. You know, they're on good standing. For you, they're in game. But right now, she's in her Samantha era.
Or her Miranda Hobbs era. And just like that, she's back on the saddle, exploring her single life.
We saved Vanderpump Rules. Kaya and Aaron saved another Bravo show with their casting and opinions once more.
I couldn't help but wonder, would Housewives of New Jersey get canceled because of low ratings? Or put on a pause?
And that'll be the pot stirrer. And the other pot stirrer is how are you going to save Vanderpump Rules? Okay, y'all. Well, we had a great week up until Monday. Because they really played in our face and we said what we said, and we're upset about it. So that's that. Oh, the last thing, thank you guys for buying our merch, of course. And we saw a lot of you guys go to the Bravo event that they had in New York and LA. You guys looked amazing. You guys had such a great time. You guys got to see the Summer House finale early. I'm so excited for you guys. It was great to see your beautiful faces. And if we're ever able to make it, we will try to go if, we can afford to. But more importantly, if Bravo does one in South Florida, we'll be the first ones to go. Mm-hmm. So hopefully they do one in South Florida so we can show face and have fun with you guys. But we love the pictures. Tag us post it, you know, like we love that so much. So y'all keep having a good time and we will get through this bump in the road because we are the underdogs and we're used to everything that we like getting canceled. Okay, bye.
Love y'all, bye.
A Hurrdat Media Production.